the third way to increase your conversion. So the third way is to focus on traffic sources that brings you the revenue. Now, when you do marketing, when you have a site and you market it to Facebook, you market it on Google, you market it on your instant messaging and all these places, soon later you'll find out that not all traffic sources are equal, right? So you may begin to find that, oh, most of our conversions came from people coming from Facebook, for example. Maybe most of your traffic conversions came from traffic from LinkedIn. So you'll find out that not all traffic sources are equal, and that's why you have to track this. So we're going to go back into using Google Analytics. Okay, so we're going to use a match of qualitative data and also quantitative data. So again, Google Analytics is quantitative data. Okay, so what we can do here is we can find out which traffic source is driving revenue by just looking at the source of traffic. Okay, I'm going to show you this live and show you how we can do this. So if you have Google Analytics set up already, just go into Google Analytics, and what I want you to do is, okay, I'm going to go back to Google Merchandise Store to show you some sample data of how this would work in real life. So I'm going to go from the start again. Yeah. So if you have a Google Analytics account, what you want to do is to go into your homepage. Okay. From start again. So one of the most important traffic you want to look at is your source of traffic. So once you're on your homepage, go down to acquisition, go down to all traffic. That means where all your traffic came from. And then we can go down to source and medium. Now this will tell you the source of your traffic and the medium it came from. So for example, from here we can see that our source and medium are Google, Direct, all these places, and we can match this data up, right? We can match these sources up with the conversions. So you can see on this column here under transactions, revenue, and e-commerce conversion rate, we can see the transaction that happened, and we can actually filter this out and see where most of our conversions and transactions have came from. In this case, 67 transactions in this time period has came from Google Organic. So Google Organic is one of the biggest source of traffic that brings revenue for this site itself. Okay. Now something that we want to actually note is also the conversion rate. So looking at transactions is not enough, because why? Well, we can see that a lot of users, 25,000 of them came from Google Organic. So we're not looking at it on a weighted scale. So what you need to do is also look at the conversion rate itself. So instead of looking at just the transaction, look at the conversion rate itself. So we can see that 4.55%. So this is a high conversion rate, right? Now, where did this traffic came from? If you look back this here, we can see that, oh, this traffic came from this site called DealSpotTR or DealSpotR.com. So as a website owner, I can go and investigate this site and see how we can get more users from this site and get our revenue to increase from this site itself. So we're looking at the traffic that gives us the revenue instead of just blindly marketing over and over again and just throwing things on the wall to see what sticks, right? You know that saying. So basically, look at the source of traffic that you have, right? And see which one is actually giving you the conversions. So cool, this is great, right? Now, next thing I want to show you is, okay, so what this is simple to do. Once you have Google Analytics, this would be a piece of cake to start up. And if you have it installed, you'll be able to see data like this of what I've just shown you. Now, the next thing is, some of you might say, hey, Ruben, I just started off last week or yesterday or today. What if I don't even have traffic yet? What can I do? What can I get started with? So my answer to you is to use tools like SimilarWeb.com and also ubersuggest.com to find out where your competitors get traffic from. So let's just say you're someone who's just starting off with your e-commerce site, and you're up against a few competitors that you know that are doing really well, and you're wondering where do they get their traffic from. So two tools that you can use today is SimilarWeb.com and also Ubersuggest. Now I'll send you links at the end of this session. Let me see if I can send you the links right now. Yeah, so let me just go and send you the links. So use SimilarWeb.com. Let me just type this down for you. Okay, and the next one is Ubersuggest. So use two of these tools to find out the sources of traffic that your competitors are getting their traffic from. So let me just go back to my screen and show you how we can do this. Okay, so right now we're going to go into SimilarWeb. So type in similarweb.com, and let's just say, for example, we are doing an analysis on World of Buzz, something that you know. Okay, so where do worldofbuzz.com get their traffic from? So I'm going to put in World of Buzz here, worldofbuzz.com, and click on World of Buzz. See that? So once we do this, we can immediately see the traffic overview from worldofbuzz.com. So for example, if I scroll down a little bit, I can see that World of Buzz gets their traffic, the sources, from places like mostly 41% on social channels. This means like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, social. So again, World of Buzz is a magazine, it's a news site, right? So we know that most of their traffic came from social. Now, a lot also came from search. So from here, we can immediately see the types of traffic that our competitors, let's just say World of Buzz is your competitor, yeah? Where are they getting their traffic from? And if I scroll down a little bit more, I can see that, oh, okay, they are getting the traffic from also places like Loyat Forum. So I know that, okay, if people are discussing a lot about the current issues on forums, and if I'm a competing news site coming up, I can leverage the traffic from Loyat as well. So I would go into forum on Loyat, create a user, and start communicating in there, because I know things goes around in Loyat, and this derives 31% of their referring traffic. So it's something that we can do is look at where competitors are getting their traffic from, and then look at ways you can get traffic from those sources as well. This is one of the ways we can do, right? Of course, I'm showing you just something simple, and hope this gives you some idea. So use SimilarWeb. Again, this is not a free tool. The free tool only gives you a bit of data, but for a start, this is sometimes enough to just see some data to get an idea of what your competitors are doing. Now, the second tool I want to show you is Ubersuggest, right? So Ubersuggest is a SEO keyword tool, and I mentioned this many times in the videos and trainings that I do. But what we can use it for is also to look at competitors as well. So what we can do is just put in a competitor website. So for example, let's go and put in worldofbuzz.com. Now, make sure to choose this to the country that you are looking at, like say English and Malaysia, because we are looking at the top pages of World of Buzz in Malaysia. So again, remember that the top pages that shows up in different countries are different, okay? So click on worldofbuzz.com and click on search. And what we're going to see is, a bunch of data that comes up. Give you a few seconds, let it run. Okay, so if you scroll down here, we can go and view the pages, right? You can see this button here. View the pages that drive traffic to this domain. So when I view these pages here, I can see a list of basically websites that are driving traffic to World of Buzz. Now, for some reason, the page is not loading on my side because probably I have too many windows set up right now. But once you do this, try it for yourself. Put in a website and see the top list of domains that are driving traffic towards World of Buzz, for example. So it's not working for me. I'll probably have to clear my cookies because I had too many things running on earlier. But try it for yourself. It should work. Okay, so I'm going to show you the steps again. So just put in a competitor's keyword, like for example, World of Buzz, right? Search for it. It will show you some data here, but the important thing that you want to see is where this World of Buzz get their traffic from. So scroll down and basically click on this button here called View the pages that drive traffic to this domain. Once you click on it, you will see a list of sites that is driving traffic to World of Buzz. Now I can't do this right now. Probably my cookies are messed up. I would have to change it. So I'm going to skip this, but you try it for your own. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next thing. So that concludes again. In conclusion, what you can do to basically increase your conversions on your site, right? Number one, let's go back really quickly, is to ask the visitors. Just ask visitors why are they not converting? Why why they do not like this particular page? Just ask them, what do they feel about this page, and improve on those answers that they tell you. That's the first. Number two, see why, right? See why your visitors are not converting on your site, not putting in their lead, not putting in their conversions on your site with video recordings and heat maps using React Flow. And number three is to focus on the traffic sources that bring you revenue, right? We can reverse engineer this using things like React Flow as well to see which traffic sources brings you the revenue.